401-9633.
It's time for the Playmaker Spotlight with Executive Coach and Vistage Chair, Dick Smith.
Well, welcome to the Playmaker Spotlight, the part of Get Down to Business where we speak to CEOs and business owners and share their stories and best practices with you, our listeners. Playmakers is brought to you in part by Vistage, the world's largest CEO advisory board organization, and I am your host, Dick Smith, the CEO Business Coach, and I'm an award-winning chair for Vistage International. And tonight, I'm very pleased to have with us as our guest, Chris Lesner. He's the founder and CEO of Project World Impact. They're headquartered in Wheaton, Illinois, and from their website, Project World Impact is a hub for nonprofits to connect with volunteers and supporters. When you create a profile on projectworldimpact.com, you place your organization in front of millions of cause-minded people. Visitors search for nonprofits by cause and location. So your profile is seen by those who are already interested in what you're doing, and of course, then more apt to fund your cause. Yeah, you are able to post volunteering opportunities. You can educate people about your mission and provide a socially integrated platform for all of your advocates. Our donation platform takes no percentage, get that, no percentage for donations to your organization, so everything goes to the charity, and allows you to create cost-effective crowdfunding projects. Project World can help you leverage your limited budget while giving you the visibility you need to impact your world. And again, I'm very excited to have this very young man, Chris Lesner. I found very interesting and exciting. He is really a mover and a shaker, a playmaker, if you will, at his very young age. He's founder and CEO of Project World Impact. Chris, welcome to Playmakers. So give us a little history, Chris. What's the story, the CNN story behind Project World Impact?
So when I was a sophomore in college, I started a marketing company with two other people. And we ended up doing really well. We ended up landing some clients like Chipotle, Ralph Lauren, and other large companies that lots of people have heard of, Fortune 500s. And after doing that for 2 years while I was in college, I decided I could do more than that even and start what I always had envisioned called Project World Impact. And what we do is 3 parts. The first part is we've built a website where you can find nonprofits by cause and location. Mm-hmm. So if you want to know who's doing work with clean water in India, you can go to our site and see all the nonprofits that do work there. The second part is we've created a place on the same website where you can find fair trade and cause-related goods. So we found that the same people who want to donate to different causes around the world are also interested in buying products that help those same causes around the world. And the third part, to fund it, we've started a marketing company, basically replicating what I've already done, and doing marketing for both for-profits and nonprofits at a fairly large scale.
Okay, and so that piece is what funds the nonprofit opportunities, because at this point I understand you're not charging the nonprofits
correct
for what you're providing, which is a wonderful thing. So you're obviously a cause-related guy in and of itself. You went to a Christian college, and
right.
You're all about your passion for your mission to serve and help people, yeah?
Definitely.
Okay, I got that for sure. So how many employees do you guys have, and where are your offices, and what geographic areas do you serve?
So we're based in Wheaton, and we hover around 20 people on our team at a given time. And really where we're serving is anywhere in the U.S. Some of our clients are out east, some are out west, and some are here in the Midwest. So we really focus everywhere in the country so long as we can get behind what they're doing.
Got it. And so both for the for-profit web development and search engine optimization marketing stuff that you do for those people that pay you to do it, how do you differentiate yourself from all the myriad of marketing companies that call themselves marketing companies out there?
Yeah, good question. So on the nonprofit website side, there's not many places or any places really where people can create profiles, educate people on what they're doing from a cause standpoint.
Yeah, you're absolutely unusual when it comes to that. You're probably the only one doing that.
Right. And on the marketing side, one of the things that we find is so many marketing companies are doing marketing, but they really don't use much data. It ends up being pretty fluffy what they're doing. And so we really focus on data-driven marketing, which helps us provide results and helps us keep great customers and helps us grow our business.
So you're creating metrics, things that can be measured against the return on investment versus just creating brand awareness. And how do you measure that? Yeah.
Correct. And repeatably scalable tactics.
There you go. So you keep seeing the needle move. So you're data-driven. Good for you. So tell me, what does your ideal customer profile look like in both of these areas?
So on the nonprofit website side, really, we're trying to partner with every nonprofit. In the past month, that people have been able to start creating profiles as nonprofits and talk about what they do. We've had over 2,000 people join on the nonprofit side, so that's 2,000 individual nonprofits. So that's great. We're trying to grow that, and we're talking to 40,000 every month about joining and having them create profiles. So that's exciting. So any nonprofit is welcome to be on our site, and we would love that.
Okay.
On the marketing side, half of our clients right now are for-profit. The other half are nonprofit, and we really focus on anyone who wants to grow their reach, especially online. So we're building lots of websites, apps, working on search engine optimization and social media for a lot of people. So we do the guerrilla marketing stuff, hands-on stuff, but really online is where we focus.
Great. Hey, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Get Down to Business Playmaker Spotlight, brought to you in part by Vistage International, the world's largest CEO and business owner private advisory board organization. And tonight we're talking to Chris Lesner, founder and CEO of Project World Impact. So how would you describe the culture at Project World Impact, Chris?
The culture is one of the most exciting things that I've found. We're a really young team.
Yeah.
So I'm 23. Most of our employees are under 35, which makes it for a pretty dynamic environment.
And the good news is you don't pay a lot for health insurance. Okay?
That's true. That's true for sure. One of the things that I find with our team specifically is that we're willing to outwork any other team. So if you put us up against any other marketing team, if they're more than 20 people or less than 20 people, we're willing to outwork people, which makes us great. A lot of times we're sending emails back and forth at midnight still every night, and it makes for a fun environment. And one of the things that we provide for our team is extreme flexibility. So we, like most companies, maybe not most companies, but we have a foosball table in the office, and a lot of our team will be playing foosball during the day, and the next minute they're talking to clients or working on a huge branding campaign or marketing campaign. So
I assume that most of your employees have a cause-related passion like you do, right? The mission of service trade, I suspect, right? And that's how you kind of weed through the candidates that might want to come to work for you.
Yeah, we found a clear vision really helps us find the right people and people who are dedicated to work unbelievably hard.
Yeah, so that's in part how you attract, hire, and retain top performers. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so it's interesting. We constantly are trying to make sure that we're hiring in the right direction of where we're going, and also making sure that we have the right people on the bus, to steal a term from Jim Collins. And
in the right seats on the bus. Right?
In the right seats on the bus, yeah for sure. And so recently, about a month ago now, we just let 5 people go. And it wasn't necessarily because we don't want a certain amount of people, because we're still hiring more than 5 people right now.
Sure.
But it was just the roles more where we're heading in the future. And so we're really focused on getting the right people on and figuring out how we help our clients best.
That vision is important. And can I assume you have a vivid vision for the company? Can you tell me where you're going to be going 3 to 5 years from now?
Yeah. So in 3 to 5 years, the thought is if we can help at least 10,000 nonprofits, and they're all helping on average about 10,000 people, let's say. Some helping 100 people, some helping 1 million people, depending on the size of the nonprofit. But if we can help 10,000 continue to grow the amount they're able to help, and they're all helping 10,000 people, we indirectly can touch over 100 million people when you do the math.
Good for you.
And not many companies can say that they're helping hundreds of millions of people worldwide, especially for good, which is really exciting for us. And our vision is to help these nonprofits get seen by millions of people.
Good for you. And, of course, the for-profit marketing work that you do is sort of funding the nonprofit side. At some point, you'll probably need to start charging some of the nonprofits a little bit anyway.
For sure.
Where do you see that mix 3 years from now? You still be a marketing company working for for-profits as well?
Yeah, so one of the things that we found is that most nonprofits don't have a go-to marketing agency, and they're trying to do things at a subpar level. And same with for-profits. They're doing things at a subpar level. And so what we're doing is basically building our funnel by having lots of nonprofits that trust us that we're working with on the website side. And once they realize, hey, we do marketing, we've already gotten a lot of marketing clients from it who say, we also want you to do marketing.
Gotcha.
And we do it at a low cost compared to what other people are doing.
Got it. Hey, I'm afraid we're just about out of time, but I'd like to thank you, Chris Lesner, the founder and CEO of Project World Impact in Wheaton, for being with us today. So, Chris, wonderful success story. Bless you. The work you're doing is really very, very touching, very passionate, obviously, about your work. So if people want to join your staff or are looking to set themselves up as a candidate, or possibly they're a nonprofit or they want some marketing, what's the best way to reach you guys? Your
they
website?
Can go to projectworldimpact.com.
Got it. projectworldimpact.com. Well, thanks again, Chris. I'd like to thank our listeners for tuning in once again. This has been the Playmaker Spotlight with your host, Dick Smith, the CEO, business coach, and chair for Vistage International. You can reach me at dick.smith@vistagechair.com. And now back to Shalom, Klein.